Well, it gives me great pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for months because I like to embarrass my friends. And I can say that about this man, Mike Alcock and Laurel, they're really my friends. That's just to prove I have some, in case you're wondering. You'll like Mike. He's Australian. As we know, the Australians were chosen by some of the finest judges in England. You haven't heard that one from me before, have you? What can I tell you about Mike? Mike and Laurel had felt a call to the UK, being Assemblies of God pastors in Australia. And they felt a call here, and the weirdest thing happened. I won't tell you all the details, but they were asked to come and pastor a church that was evangelical, an ex-brethren church that was really not full of the Holy Spirit, if we just put it that way. And the crazy people they felt they should answer that call and come. And I met Mike. You always know when someone's a bit significant in your life when you remember when and where you met them. And I met Mike in January of 2006 at the Lamb Inn on the Old Town Ministers fraternal Christmas meal. That was where we met. And we only spoke for about 2 minutes, and I thought, this guy's going to be my buddy. You just something resonated in my heart, and we did various things together. We played squash together. You won't believe that, looking at us. We played squash, and he stopped playing when I started beating him. And then something significant, I don't know how long ago it was, probably 2 years or 18 months, the Lord spoke to Mike and spoke to another church who was on the other extreme of churches in the town, very ultra-charismatic and really... They spoke into their lives, and it basically became a thing where they felt they should join the two churches. And I tell you this, not so that Mike gets embarrassed, because I know naturally he will be, but it takes a quality of a leader to be able to take a church that doesn't really practice the things of the Holy Spirit into the things of the Spirit, and to take a church that is probably on the extreme of things, if I say it that way, without being rude, but just in a in that sense, and to mold the two. And they've just launched as Gateway Christian Centre down in Eastbourne on the south coast. I tell you all this so that you know what kind of quality of man he is. He is doing something that I couldn't even possibly begin to do. And he's one of my best friends, and I'd also have to say he's one of the wisest men I've met. So when I nudge him, because he is, though, isn't he? His wife knows. So when I was asked to come here about a year ago and to consider it, who do I talk to? And I went, Mike is one of these guys that I would speak to about the inner secrets of my life. And I told him about coming here, and it's his fault, really, because he encouraged me to come. So won't you give a really rousing welcome to Mike Alcock this morning?
Excellent. Would you like to know some of his other inner secrets? Just be careful who you trust with those things. Did I advise him to come? Yes. He's no longer in Eastbourne. It's great. No. Toughest thing was losing Barbie, of course, and I understand the church here would have been the same. You know, getting Barbie and having to have Keith as well. Barbie's worth it. Yeah. Now, Keith's a great guy, and you are tremendously blessed, and it's a real privilege and honour to be here. I guess visiting speakers say that, but I never expect to get asked anywhere, and certainly not twice. So enjoy it if you can. If you don't, that's okay. It won't happen again. So we'll get through this morning, and that'll be all right. Keith's the great theologian, so you know while he got his master's degree while he was in Eastbourne, and Keith's a great thinker. I hope you discover that. And the church, particularly us Pentecostals, could really do with some thinkers, yes? You know, we're good on some of the experiential stuff. We just don't often stop and think a lot about what we're saying and what we're doing. We have to be honest, don't we? We won't let anyone else say it, but we can say it to ourselves. We're not always the great deep thinkers of the Word and of the things of the kingdom, and we need to be. We need to have both. The Word without the Spirit is dry and lifeless. But the Spirit without the Word is dangerous. You know, we need both. And Keith's a great man of the word, and he got his master's degree while he was in Eastbourne. I expect him to get his doctorate while he's here. All right? You have to keep encouraging him. He ran away because I told him that, and so I thought I'd follow after him and tell him. Yeah, it's okay. Well, I won't take up too much time. Keith asked me to preach for an hour, but I don't think I can do it. So I'll do my best, all right? I'm very blessed to have some people in my life who speak into my life. And there's a great man, you won't know him, but I think he's one of the absolute heroes of the faith, that he is to me. And I remember him inputting to my life over the years. And one time I won't forget either. He sat in the lounge room in my home in Australia. And he said to me, Mike, I think one of the problems is that people don't reflect enough. I said, what do you mean, Pastor Cole? He said, well, Mike, the pace of life. Have you noticed the pace of life? He said, it rushes by, and we don't stop to pause to think about what's going on, what's God saying. He said, I encourage you to take some time every month just to look back on the month. What worked? What didn't work? What was God saying to you? He said, that will help you more than most other things. And I thought, well, that's really good advice. I'm not good at it, I have to say. I'd rather looked at the month ahead than the month behind. But he was right. And this year, I've been trying to do more reflection. It may have something to do with the fact that I had a birthday that ended with a 0 last Sunday. Yeah, thanks, Keith. Not 60. Not yet. And if I am, I'm doing better on it than you are. Yeah, if you're watching this on the DVD or something later, don't worry, the camera adds 10 pounds. You've got no idea how many cameras are in this place. So I've been doing some reflection over the fact that I've turned 50 and just on some of the things that God's been doing. And I realized a few things. That for more than half my life I've been married, which is fantastic. And